Welcome everybody back to the blog, the sixth edition in a row. Today we will look further at the blog. Let's talk about there you see the presenter talking to you. It's very hot here. Oh, the fan is not enough. So hot, but in the summer, so it's very good for the health. And we will open the blog. You can still access the video as you see something moving. This is while the blog is opening. That's unbelievable. Something changed in the background. So you see the blog is opening, and we will continue to talk about, I think, the refugees. Yes, this is actually the main topic. And I just saw today a video of VoiceNet, and this was in English available, how they transfer Africans, thousands of Africans, about I calculate already about 200,000 per year at least, from the Libyan coast, rescuing them. This is the term they are using officially, and bring them to Sicily, and then there they will be the asylum seeker, and then further to Austria, Germany, and Netherlands, probably Belgium too, and the Scandinavian countries. So they are going from Italian ports, different organizations, NGOs. They go to the Libyan coast, so they pick them up there. And of course, there are different explanations like, they will come anyway, so we have to rescue them because we have, loss of life. We are responsible. It's like, these are our waters, so we are responsible. If black people are dying, Black Lives Matter. Lives, if people are dying, then we are responsible for this. We are guilty again. It's very important in this game. And if you say, I don't feel guilty, that is come and on war in the, and this is their problem. That's it. And then we start. So here, let's move down through the list. So we will continue with the link first. We try to open the link, testing again. This is blonde prey. The blonde women pray. So there were also just circulating a year ago that the refugees are actually refugees, and that they do bad things to our women. I use the term of other. It's like now the women are ours, they are in our possession, something like this. But in reality, these women really don't care about their men. They give a shit on this. They choose themselves, and they will choose the black and the Arab man because of the circumcision, we call it. Yeah. There's something about this. This link can also not be shown. Okay, no problem. I will then erase this link. Because of the circumcision, they can endure longer. Yeah, if you have the foreskin, then you feel more, and maybe with Western in the age of 20, you don't feel anyway, but yeah, you feel more, and they feel less because they are circumcised, I think it is called. Yeah. That's an old tradition. Jewish tradition, also Islamic countries, and in Islamic countries you do this with women as well. So the women feel less and the men feel less, because the religion says sex is evil, it's not good. You should not enjoy sex too much. So the white people are actually better off, the men better off in this, but they can only come, they can only do this 5 or 10 minutes, or if somebody is well trained, then he can do also longer, maybe 30 minutes, but without taking some risks like Viagra, Cialis, or and so these men are more enduring. So when I'm sure that they would say, yeah, I can enjoy more with an Arab guy, or same as maybe European men like Asia and Asian tight pussy, and with them it's actually better. Yeah? It's more tight than European women. Even the prostitute that has 1,000 men a year is maybe more tight than the Western woman. So anyway, this is the thing, and in this picture, actually, it was showing in Berlin-Weißensee. There is a lake, and in the summer they go bathing there, take a bath, and then in this picture you see, and it was actually from 2015, summer 2015, maybe new arrivals already. I can recognize Pakistani people, the people that I met also, and then surrounding one blonde girl. And of course, this picture is very interesting to to talk about, because you can clearly see oh, so many dark men around this girl, and then every man has his imagination. The zip. But in this picture, I could say that these Pakistani people in the swimming pool, it was actually very similar. They come to you, and they surround you, and they talk to you. They come very close. Even the husband's wife come with her very close, and she's moving up, and you think, oh my God, I cannot even look at this. But this is just the way they are. This is their mindset, so there's nothing to worry about. Even there are many people, and in this picture, the girl seemed to say something maybe like or something, or that she says, go away from me, go far, something like this, so that she sets a limit. But that's all okay, and yeah, this is the thing when all these young men go into the water in a group. They are always in a group, and so there are maybe up to 20 people, and then the girls cannot escape, and then they are surrounded. And this can be also a dangerous situation, but in that picture I could not really see this. These young guys, some were a little bit older, maybe 30, 40, maybe even the father of one of the boys, because there were also 10-year-old boys, children. Yeah, they had no bad intention, but maybe the girl was a little bit stressed about the situation, because you never know how it can develop, especially in a group. The Pakistani boys also don't know what will go on. Somebody's coming closer, getting a hard on, and then maybe touch her at the bum, and so it can happen already. But this picture was circulating around. I cannot show it to you, but it doesn't matter, the other pictures as well. And this is actually meant to stir up something. I will again. This is meant to stir up something. This is about jealousy, especially since many white women, and so they are jealous the newcomers, and then the girls have girls, our girls. But I tell you, this is not yours. They decide for themselves, listening to you anymore. Law forbids you to be a man as well. The, women look like women, and women are actually more like, and this is done through the law, protection and equality. Women men, or should be like men. Jewish agenda, and the men are in a very bad position. And also they are in a position. Arab men, Muslim, Quran, and if they stick to the Quran, then they have also certain rights and also certain behavior towards the women. Punishment, but a reasonable punishment. I have to say this. Most of the Muslims are very happy with their men, and they would not take any of the binary men who are so weak. So this is very, and most men prefer women who are Western. This is also an important message for the women. They don't need to think he loves me or whatever. It's only about sex. And obviously they have, when they come to Europe, they have another opinion about Islam. They don't say they should not have sex with an unbeliever, non-believer. That means atheist, because I make myself dirty contacting this dark soul. Because when you are an atheist, you have a dark soul. You are not connected with God. Atheist, Deus, not with God. Take a sip. Obviously, the usual interpretation is the usual interpretation of, okay, I should marry with someone that is of my religion and of my culture, but I can have fun with women, and I can use women that are of different culture and not with God. It's okay, but I don't think it's the right way. But when you are dick controlled, then you just do it. So now we come to this part. It cannot be shown, so I will show some to call refugees welcome. That's very easy. When others, like Czechia, have to pay for this. They have to carry this on their shoulders. So, you know, people in all societies, the majority, they are so, let's say in good words, they are very childish. They are like children and kept like children. So that means you never really grow up in your with experience. You only learn how to find this the school system and the media doing. And of course, these people are all victim, but you can always liberate yourself from this, as I did. Yeah? And so you liberate yourself by choice. So you go the hard way, you go the mountain up, you don't go down, and or you swim against the river, whatever. So it's not easy, but you will have the fruit in the end. Maybe, you know, the fruit of knowledge and wisdom, whatever. But so majority of the people, and you can read this also in these holy scriptures, you know, that people then decided we want to have a king. It's said like this. And then there's this warning of a prophet saying, if you choose a king, it will be never good for you. So you think about it. And then the people say, yes, we want the king. And this is the people from nowadays. Well, we want a government. We want to go to election. We want to vote for a government that is never serving the people. And they still don't realize this because they still have something. It's getting every year less, but this is still okay. It should be enough for myself, and maybe I still get the pension, and then another 20 years, and then I don't care anymore. Yeah. And many don't have children anyway, so they don't need to think about the future generation. So anyway, they don't care about the outcome. They don't see the big picture. So they, you know, they're organized, maybe some leftist organizations, and then these organizations organize this and they say, let's make the banner and whatever the posters and refugees welcome. We welcome the poor people who were saved from the war. And of course, these young people believe this easily. Yeah? Most of the young people surely believe this and they don't see it through. You need to have a certain experience as well. So maybe with 30, 40, you see the better picture. And when you see the, you know, people on the street, demonstrations from the right wing, you can see mostly people in my age, 30, 40, 50, and less young people. Because the young people are totally brainwashed. But there are also some young people as well that understand it, but they have a hard time for sure. But they have to get through this. It will make them stronger. I have another zip. So these people believe in father government, which means mind control, and mother church. So father and mother, these parents take care. They will take care of everything. You don't need to. I just need to go to the vote and that's it. So this is my obligation. And when you are a sheeple like this, then you must receive what the satanic government will do with you. Even you don't see this, that these are all Satanist people. They will do the plan of Satan, and this will be then also for good. Yeah? It must be then like this. Even it's not a nice thing, but I'm sure for those who believe in God, as God has created Satan for a reason and sent down to this earth. This is the story of Lucifer. I'm sure that it has to be done like this. Yeah? Maybe it was actually meant that Lucifer is more caring about people, and teaching them in a nice way, but Lucifer is doing it in another way. Yeah, and so there will be victims for sure. And this life here is a test, and if you don't learn this, yeah, then you will be eaten by Satan for sure. But those who turn to the light, um, yeah, just connect with God. Yeah, and that means with God I mean the Creator that created everything, included Satan. When you connect with this source, then nothing can happen to you. Even they kill you. This is only removing your body, and in that case, when you are being killed, that means you are also released. That means you actually can hope. At least you can hope. You cannot be sure, but you can hope that you have made it, and you will go to this so-called heaven, whatever they think of. So don't worry about this as well. But it is important to make the right decision. So these people cannot make decisions. They give the vote for others to make the decisions. And that's why they can fulfill their agenda and put it on the shoulders of these people. And as I said yesterday already, the German people are already totally finished. When I see their faces, they are not smiling or only artificially smiling. And they are not happy. And they are very weak. And this is something which refugees also said. African refugees are traveling through France to Belgium, and in the city of Strasbourg, I think were interviewed, and this was put in the newspaper. And then these refugees said, "We see only old and weak people here. You are really weak people. You have no power, no energy, you know." And of course, it is also humiliating a little bit, but actually, they said the truth. And this is what I can, uh, you know, agree with. I can say this is true. This is what I observed myself, and these like people are really very energetic. This is really the new batteries coming in for the system, and so they are absolutely right in this. The Western people are absolutely worn out and totally in the wrong direction. There is no righteousness at all. This is all falsehood and hypocrites. And of course, for these people, you cannot have any mercy. I don't have any mercy for these people. You know, I can speak for Germany and for Europe and for the white people, but only for those who understand this, and not for those who are like that. So, and these people, these sheeples, I don't have mercy. Then I say this Jewish plan is absolutely right for them, and whatever is planned shall happen to them. They shall be removed and put in the throat of Satan for his soul food. No problem. So, and these people who give the power to the government makes such decisions like open the floodgates. They say, oh yeah, we need to help these people. Have a sip. Even though some realized also, oh, this is not from war-torn countries, but these poor people. So we have to help the poor people also. Yeah. So we take them to our home, that is Germany. But the question is, would you take them to your personal home? I have to ask these last people. The answer is always no. Or they actually don't say no, they just evade. Yeah? No, they say take care. Yeah, but from what sources? You know, this is from your sources. This is from the taxpayer sources. You know, this will be cut off away from you. And you are not responsible for other people. But the thing is, especially German people have this guilt complex because the Holocaust hoax they believe in. I believed as well 20 years ago. And so they think they are so guilty they have to give something back. and this is part of hypocrisy. Yeah. So they feel guilty. I should give back a little bit, but then go away, go far away from me, black man and brown man and so on. I give already. Yeah. So the, when we would do it another way, individually, and we would say, okay, go to Africa or go to Italy, go to the refugee concentration camp, and choose people, and if you like, women can take the black man and even marry and take care, yeah, then do this. This is your own choice. You can do this. I would give them even the right to do this. Yeah. But you have to pay for everything. Maybe then you learn your lesson. But this way they don't care. They just say welcome, 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 and don't do anything. Or yes, also they have the homes of the asylum seeker and so on. This is what they do also. So they do something, but this is all in the wrong direction, or teaching German language and so on. Yeah, anyway, this topic is already so worn out. I think most of the people don't want to hear this anymore, but it is important to recall it. So, all the foreigners are, taken on the hook, like when you go fishing. On the hook, like I said yesterday already, the promise of money and wealth and women. So that's why they are coming, and I think Western people would do them also, and there would be an offer out of Africa, maybe like this. So the foreigners who are living in Germany, they have special rights. Yeah. So the law does seem not to apply to them, or not in this extent. You have always a certain variation. You can say uh, six months to 2 years. So the German might get it in 2 years, and the same thing, and the foreigner gets maybe 6 months or even nothing. Yeah. So, but this is only at the moment like this, because they want to, uh, let's say, protect the minorities, which is actually not a minority anymore, to take away the rights of the majority of the indigenous people. And when these indigenous people are extincted, then these will be the new slaves, and they will be in more slavery than ever before. So, yeah, I could only call upon all the foreigners, just go back to your homes if it's possible for you, if you understand the situation. Most of them cannot understand it because they're so much into money, they cannot go back. Many foreigners actually the idea, and some did also, have a zip, that after they work until 60 and they even get a pension, we go back to Greece or Turkey or Yugoslavia, whatever. But because of the family is coming also, so they have their families there, so they will not leave. So there will be this struggle for existence, and I think it will be when the crash is coming. It will go slowly down, but this is very slow. So I think it will come through the crash, and then these millions maybe of refugees, I don't know, the 80s, they will be, especially in the newcomers, they seem to take over from the old comers, and they will be much on the battlefield, on the streets, the Germans have no chance. When I see the Germans, most of them seem weaker, or you see also refugees. They are not bodybuilders. This is more the old comers, but they will train themselves now. But they are very flexible. So, and especially when there are many people, and there will be always many people in a group. Like in one example, when the Kurds did a demonstration somewhere, I think in Frankfurt, and then the police had to deal with this, and 1,000 policemen have been sent to the hospital against 4,000 Kurdish people. So you can see already when they are coming with many people, there's no chance, not even for the police. So in my opinion, the Syrian families, that means the true Syrian families, and I mostly recognize it. And they have more light face, sometimes even blue eyes, and also blonde hair. These families who are coming, they are families of terrorists. That means terrorists against the government of Syria, against Assad. So they are wanted by the government. And in some videos you can even see this, as I remember this guy had army uniform, but not official army uniform, like the terrorist fighter and Free Syrian Army. ISIS, I actually see ISIS only from propaganda videos. I never saw this really. So maybe this is like the fake terrorism is actually not real, but other combat units are real, and these people, uh, you know, going to Germany for refuge, but only for a time, and then they go back for another task. This is when they say they go for holiday, but actually they go to the front and do their duties as mercenaries to earn money. And so that's why the terrorist has to get out his family, because the family would be arrested instead of him. And then, to keep them safe in Germany. That means the Germany is actually, like Israel, a country, a terrorist state, where the drones are organized in Ramstein, in Stuttgart, and so on. So there's a terrorist hub. Yeah, but not to forget, Germany is occupied. The population is sleeping anyway, put asleep, and they also have no power to do anything about it, especially when sleeping. There's no way. So these have another. These terrorists, they cannot go back to Syria, only for war. So they have to fly probably to Turkey, Antalya, and then they go by bus to Alanya, and then they will be smuggled in through the border somehow. So the Syrian Justice Department for sure is after them. So they can only go to war and be killed, or come back again, whatever. And when you ask these people in Germany, you can check yourself if you know true Syrian refugees. This is confirmed, so not so dark skinned like the Pakistanis. They also don't talk good about Assad. and then you know already their position. But these stupid sheep, they just believe everything, you know, what they are being told. People have to flee or something. You know. The people who are with the government don't flee. They stay there. They go to safe areas if there's, you know, raids or something, for sure. So these people are also recruited, and I saw a website. First of all, the Pakistani refugee, he told me that he himself um, were writing to CIA and requested that he can have some job for the CIA. So you see that these people do everything for money, but he didn't get an answer. But on the Mossad website, mossad.gov.il for Israel, there you can see that you can fill out application form and send in. Might be also no answer, but because they choose people from all over the world to work for them. I cannot tell you furthermore because I never did this, because I don't want to connect with these secret agencies, or secret agencies or secret societies. But I think this is also a way how they recruit these mercenaries or whatever gangsters. I don't know. They have different organizations for this. They have their own network. So this is money. There is a good example how to see how evil money is. That people are really willing to do everything, and yeah, they can be used against you. There is no way. You have no chance. So these people, if they are Syrian people, many are Syrian people. They are Turkic people. That means from Turkmenistan also, and they are working for dollars against their own government. So you pay against your government if the government is very tyrannic. I don't see that in Syria really, but in the news they of course say like this. But I saw many statements also of this President Assad, and I don't see anything like this. Of course, he will also have drastic, forces against these terrorists. This is what he has to do. He cannot be a weakling. And this is a system used everywhere. Also in Germany, you have the called Antifa, anti-fascists, who are actually in their behavior more like fascists, with force and violence. They are going against the against the demonstrations of the right-wing people who are locally organized. They don't get many people to come, because it was a time in 2015, yes, 2015, where really from 2014 it became many people, up to 25,000 people in Dresden. It is also from the system organized Pegida, but also the local organizations like in Halle, Saale, they had hundreds of people, and this could become more. That's why they had, the counter demonstration and use violence, so that ordinary people will not join this, because it's too much danger to be hit by a firecracker or something like this. And so now these demonstrations, they are just, I don't know, 10-20 people listening, and more people now safely watch it on the internet. Yeah. This is for their own protection. It's understand. So this Antifa organization, they receive money to go there, and they will be sent by buses. They have even their own bus, Antifa bus, with their own writing. And so you see that Antifa is also a tool of the system. Even though the Antifa again makes its own demonstrations and then street fighting with the police, so that you actually know, for the Antifa people, look, yeah, we are against the system also, but we also don't like the Nazi right wings. So they are also totally brainwashed people. But fascism is coming from the Latin word fascis, and then federation. And we have the so-called federation, and you can see here is BUND. It also means covenant, but in this case, federation. And so when we call our government federation, and this is the meaning of fascism, that Germany is under fascist rule, Jewish fascism. When you research this story about fascism, Mussolini, Italy, Hitler in Germany, and you know that the Rothschilds, or how you call them, Rothschilds, also finance them. Yeah, then you know who is behind all these things. So another thing is that tax paying, at least in Germany, I think also all around the world, is actually like a donation. You give it on your finger, and this is coming from the church. Everything is coming from the church. 1 of 10 or the 10th of your income, you should give for the community. So nowadays we have high tax. Some people it's up to 80% if you count all the taxes, because for every financial movement you have to pay tax. But actually this is by your own choice. So there's no law about this, especially not in Germany, because no law is valid there. These are only rules they are making, but they have the enforcement. With this enforcement, they say no discussion. Also, court is playing along, and so if you don't pay tax, you'll be imprisoned. So it is not a righteous law anymore. This is just with power only. And with this taxpayer money, they regulate. So you could say they cut off your energy, you use your energy. Yeah? And that's why the only way to escape this, to turn things around, like Jesus said, turn around. Then it's only to get away from the money. Because the money is really regulating everything. People do more for money. So try in your life, try to do things that you don't receive money, that you don't receive anything at all, like I do every day. You don't receive anything at all, still have money, and if not, you can ask, you can ask people for something, or you can do things for people, or they just you and give you something. This is my experience. I receive many things for because they see that I do something for the community, and this is everybody should do. You should do exactly what you think is good. This is a good deed, and this is what counts. But as long as employed, you have not much chance to do this. You are unemployed. Don't be employed anymore. Don't be as an employee, the one who is employed. You have to do what the boss is saying. You are not on your own. So everybody must be on his own again. And then, have a mind to know what is good and what is necessary to do. And the most necessary thing we need to do is to use good food, but not in factory, but on the field. And you can say, oh, it's already produced, yeah, but you look which way it is done, using chemicals. So all these things would need to be reorganized, and the crash would be actually a good opportunity to do this. That's why also they bring mainstream in, because then you cannot organize things. It will be all upset down for sure. So that they still have the control, and then they say, guys, we want to survive. We control the food chain on the chip. This is exactly what you can read in the Bible. With, I think, Yar and sound, that the exchange of your rights against food. You give all your rights away. The firstborn right. The firstborn right would be German people would give their rights away to human foreigners, that they can receive food. But we will see what will happen. Then I was writing something. The reality can only be seen in mirror, because the lie is the opposite of it. I don't know where I got this from. But most of the information are it's all my own writing. But this one is really a surprise. Now, you have to look in the mirror to see reality, because the mirror is actually doing some opposite thing. And the meaning of this is that when they tell you things, reality means also. When they tell you things, you often, or maybe have the time to think about the opposite. The best example is this. They mean war. Today it will be quite long because of the missing link. I want to go to the next link until there. Also very important to know is that the government, mind control, is not there for the people, but there for the government. In the German word for government, Regierung, some people think of Gier, that is, they're greedy, and Re is actually, I think, Latin for again, do it again. But actually, this Gierung comes from the word Res, which is the rent, the one who control the thing. And the king, or the one who has the power, will rule over the ordinary people. And when they removed these blue-blood royals, starting in France, the French Revolution, it's all organized by the same people, same group of people. You can also see that in the colors, white, red, and blue, masonry colors. So we remove them, and those who dealt with money, communists, took over. And since they have these puppet dictators also, like Napoleon and I believe. And for the people, they gave the illusion that the government is, doing for the people, take care of the people. You don't need to worry. You were slaves. And until today, these people believe in this. They don't see through the reality. And if you tell them, they just ignore it. Yeah, and one thing I would show is that very important, the police, I think in the US it was always, I don't know, was it dark blue uniform of the police? The color has a meaning. It has to do with the sea law. And also now in Germany, they may really look at Germany. There you see a lot of changes. Change from green color, which means land law, to the sea law color blue, especially dark blue. And all the police are now registered, with the king or with the one who has power, as companies. They are companies. That means privatized. Everything is privatized. Also the courthouse, the government institutions, everything private. You find it in a register and other registers also. They are all there. And this is the International Trade Register. So this is not only online, this is also on paper. And this is a link, and I would like to open this link that you can see how it looks like on the website. This website from Dun and Bradstreet is not be. It is official. I think see it now like this. When I remove it, it's opening quickly. So it's coming up. Every time, this is only the picture. I have to yeah, here you see the website. Every time there's a change, I might have to go back for. So this is to see this. Done and press. Just a second. ครับฮัลโหลอยากไปที่ร้านโบยอยากคนไปที่ร้านโบยได้นะมันเปิดแล้วไปแค่ช่วยแต่นี่เป็นที่โบยที่เคยมีร้านที่เฟรแลนด์ตัวนี้เป็นร้านที่นอนโอซีกลาง7-Eleven ไป 7-Eleven ถนนโอซีคุณยายไม่อยู่ที่เฟรแลนด์เลยมันออกจากเฟรแลนด์แล้วมีร้านอีกที่อย่ามันคุณซื้อร้านได้อย่ามันเป็นตรงกันข้ามประมาณตรงกันข้ามของ7-Eleven อยากไปที่นู่นอยากถนนกูไปตลาดมากกว่าถึงสุดท้ายนะมันเป็น7-Eleven ที่นู่นโอเคคุณไปดูนะเปิดแล้วโอเคนะบายบาย so I had to answer this phone call sorry for that but I didn't make interruption it doesn't matter so here to update the site I want to minimize again so see the website done gradually and this in German language so I may do picture it's to show the movement maybe because of CU reason so that I have to make it this way so that it will show up like this now we go on search yeah? The term UPIC Suche is here I click on this and then this website will come up for a time so you have to put in name and then put in the name it's for many countries but I think especially for Germany and put in it doesn't matter where and the land or the country you know Germany actually Deutschland I have to look for the Deutschland okay and I show this you can also look for yourself in English language so you and Germany yeah the color of the interface has changed a little bit and robot you have click on this so now I have to make also some pictures select all images with cars click file once there are none left so the pictures with cars we have one picture here one picture this ship and here car usually they say this is another car until there are no more cars Okay, I have to do like this. So I do it now. So now there seem to be no more cars, as you can see now. Here, and then I verify. So nowadays I'm not a robot. And I can look on find, searching. So now he's searching for it. But for security I will do it on the in the software again. Do this tomorrow in the next blog. Then 250 companies worldwide in this list. What is going on here? Again, because it seems not to work. The street signs. Yeah, they have the security. Then okay, fine. Not a robot. Okay. Strange, but it doesn't show really. It's very strange, you cannot see it. Maybe now you have a register here. That's quite possible. I will try one more time. Definitely bad. I don't like it because it's not very catchy. Do it many times. Right. So I want to make a city. Yeah. If not, just there you can find things. It's interesting. They don't show everything. It's strange. See, always when you want to show something, it doesn't work. Or maybe they that is not accessible anymore if you are not a member. That's also possible. Because too many people watch the police in Berlin, Germany. Because actually the link that I put in the blog is a link leading to the page of, a list of police stations registered as a company. And so didn't show up, only shows up the website. And another zip, and try it one more time. This is enough. Cannot. That's interesting. So that's some news. Sorry, I can't show you this on this side. Not so nice, because before I was very proud to show this. That's not possible now. So forget about it. But in case of you didn't see it well, I would like to show you this. In the browser, the software as well. There's the URL. Click.de. Okay. The website should open within the software. And already there you see. Oh, I do it wrong again. Cannot move like this. We have to move it this way. Oh no, Awesome. Okay. Let's show you the website, how it looks like. We have to do a big search. So here we have a big search. I can show you so that it shows a big search in German. And then we have to fill in. Can fit. Okay. Polizei. And Land Germany. This one seems to be also very slow. Maybe cannot. Here we have to go with Germany. Cannot scroll down with the mouse because then the so you see exactly what I did before. So the websites to be used. But anyway, we have seen before. So I'm the eyewitness. For those who never knew about it, sorry, but this is now seem to be not possible to show, or I don't have you can remember. And usually it pop up a list. No list saying Josh has no you must look with the dish. Normally it should be enough to have this. I'll try with the C of Berlin. Anything else should not be important. It could be also, actually you only have to put the land degree. But yeah, we say not enough, you have to have more in search. I think after 2 years, about 2 years, site is known to see. So now we cannot use it anymore as information. There are other websites as well. Cannot find. Please say. Cannot find anything. But it doesn't matter. These are our companies, and this would be a good for show companies. To sleepy shippers, you can do. So now, believe what to say, but I think for them it's anyway too late, so it doesn't matter. There's only your time to spread the information, and then this will be. I was thinking why they show this so open. There was also a situation that they asked for it. They asked this company, government company, why it is together in Switzerland, and then the government is out. They don't put it in. This is how it is. Sales opportunity on this website, which I like to show very often. The country Federal Republic of Germany. I would like another look here. I would like to try this because maybe they don't put in the list anymore, but still have the Federal Republic of Germany as a company, because this is interesting to understand why the country is a company. As a Republic. No? In Deutschland. Republic. We means again public. But we means also, to do something back again. So it could be back to public or the opposite. Public open, closed, or secret. And then this is still in my interest to know if this can be found. Also not. Okay. So then, who picked the we can forget about. We can erase this. So this one is the key. Let's talk about the block. The desktop can be removed, so you can see me. And I want to have an outlook for tomorrow. It's really change it. This is accessible, not publicly accessible. You cannot see anymore that not videos on YouTube already. But actually this is a video already. So why didn't show this anymore? The reason why I feel probably should not know about this. So this is what I was talking about today. And we went until here. So I would still keep the link inside, but it's not working anymore. It will be for tomorrow with a nice song. Yeah, I think we can do like this. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for listening. And